He broke big with fans in the mega franchise 50 Shades of Grey.
Welcome to my world.
Broke even bigger with fans and critics in Belfast.
You touch my family and I'll kill you.
And Jamie is ready to lead an Irish invasion with the film's cast at the Oscars in just 25 days.
I want to say congratulations on Belfast. I know it's nominated for 7 Oscars.
It's a mad time, but the most exciting thing is to actually all be together. And after all the bloody 2 years everyone's had, to actually be all in a room together, being able to like have a drink, have fun, relax and enjoy it, rather than like the whole madness of COVID, the campaigning, the sort of the amount of press, all that stuff that goes into it, to finally just be at these things and actually just relax and go, like, whatever happens, who cares? Like, we're here, we've made it this far, and we can actually enjoy it together. We had such a great time filming together, and we haven't, you know, we've done a lot of stuff together on Zoom, and it's just not the same.
If I didn't care.
Now he's buckling up for a very different kind of leading role in The Tourist. Set in the Australian outback, Jamie's character loses his memory after a car crash.
Can you tell me your name?
I have no idea.
And goes in search for his real identity.
You're called the Man, which I think is hilarious. I think that's so funny. Can you just like speak on that a little bit? You didn't want to pick a name for yourself?
Well, that was sort of out of my pay grade. Yeah, it was a very cool aspect of it for me, and you know, eventually there is a reveal of his real name. But I remember reading it for those first, you know, couple of episodes, going like, "This is I get to play the Man. Like this is, you know, this is pretty cool." And I guess you're just on his side a bit more, I think, from the beginning, of just seeing him as just this dude who like has had this terrible situation happen to him, and then you're in with him and the Man.
Would you like for me to refer to you as the Man throughout this interview, or?
I think of myself, the Man is way too cool a sort of moniker for someone like me, I would say.
This is being described as a darkly comedic thriller.
You've got like amnesia.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I think, like, you know, it is challenging the idea of like a sort of straight tone, you know. It really is, and that's why it's so fun to read and so fun to shoot. It is constantly playing with this idea of like, you're a bit unsettled because you don't know where it's landing, you know. There's and they're very close to each other. It's very like they're coming in hot off the back of each other. Like a very dramatic moment is intercut with something really kind of like wacky and funny and unexpected. So I felt when I was reading it, and I feel like probably an audience watching it, it takes a beat with this, you know. It probably, you know, at the beginning you're a bit like, what's happening? I don't know. It's sort of uncomfortable, and then once you settle into the tone and they accept that there's all these different sort of clashes, and that's what makes it really interesting. Then you settle in and it's a fun ride. That's what was the big draw for me. The fact that it was playing with all these sort of genres in one, you know, one sitting was one of the things that I loved about it.
But there are things he did not love about shooting in the outback.
We did a scene after this dust storm. Shalom Brune Franklin, who plays Lucy in it, who's amazing. We had been in, like, they'd done a special effect that with effects had blasted all this dust at us to emulate like a dust storm, and we were so, like, we were the funniest colour ever. But then we had to do the really big emotional scene where we find out that we've been driving the wrong direction, and I'm truly desperately trying to find out this information about myself, and Shalom and I were just really struggling to keep it together because of, essentially, we were just like this sort of orangey, yellowy orange color, but like our eyes were clean because we'd obviously managed to protect our eyes during it, and we just couldn't keep it together for a lot of the time. We were just like laughing at this very heightened, dramatic moment. I've never been so filthy in my life. I think I had 3 showers after, and I was still, like, the bottom of the shower was just orange and brown and yellow. It's crazy.
So orange is not your color.
It didn't look great to me. No.
Not for you.
Jamie's ready for a funny thrill ride when all 6 episodes of The Tourist hit HBO Max tomorrow.